Let's talk about how eclipse seasons work, okay? This is the wheel of a Pisces rising, as you can see right here. Pisces in the first house. We are in the eclipse season of the North Node being in Pisces and the South Node being over here in Virgo land. North Node is what we are collectively, the energy that we are reaching for, the one that we need to integrate. The South Node is more lessons we need to learn, things that we've learned along the way. How do we still carry them? Do they need to transmute in the process? Do we still feel comfortable over here when we look exactly opposite? So if you are a Pisces rising, this is where you are having your eclipse access, the first and seventh house, the access of self and partners, self and other relationship. You're having eclipses in the first and seventh house. It is very much who do we want to be in this world? Who do we want to walk up and show up and be as? And do the people around us, do the things that we're committing to, do they support? If not, we got to change. Remember, eclipses bring extreme transformation. They are concentrated life phase. We get what we would have in like a year or a 6-month cycle all in one night. So yeah, if you're a Pisces rising, this eclipse era is about who you are and making sure the people around you support that. People that you're committed to are committed to you. So now let's say it's opposite. Let's say you're a Virgo rising. Okay. So the South Node is in your first house. And it's the same energy, but just a little bit switched. Learning lessons about who we are, integrating who we want to be with everything we have learned and taken along the way. Paying attention to our details, but maybe not focus so much on individualism. You to reach more towards the partner space. Make sure people around you can support who you are, who you want to be. So there's always an eclipse story. Remember, because the North Node and the South Node, they're always directly opposite each other. They're not physical bodies, they're mathematical points. They are associated with our moon. You have natal node placements. That gives you insight on how to feed your moon and how to complete the soul's life mission or to learn the lesson of this life, whatever vocabulary makes you feel better. So just look to where Pisces and Virgo are in your chart, because this is where we're having the story. So this is an Aries rising chart. So it has Pisces over the 12th and Virgo over the 6th. And these are obviously their respective houses. When we have eclipses in this axis, it is very much saying that our health, our daily routine, what we do every day is just as important as mental and spiritual health. But eclipses in this axis could be great spiritual awakenings, change with job, change with health. This is Leo rising. Leo risings have Pisces over their 8th house and Virgo in the 2nd house. If you are having an eclipse on the axis of the 2nd and 8th, that is about worth and value. Your money, your values, other people, ones that you share. If you're having him in the 3rd and 9th, that is about deconstruction, beliefs that we're putting on you, expanding knowledge outside of yourself, figuring out what you believe. 4th and 10th, man, 4th and 10th. I think the hardest accesses, and also it depends on if you have personal natal placements, but 1st and 7th, 4th and 10th, those are the crosses, those are the cracking. I have eclipses over the 4th and 10th house. The 4th house is what we are behind closed doors. The 10th house receives the most light. I'm not saying that you can't have any secrets or anything private, but it can't be out of whack. Like me, during eclipse season with this is when I unmasked. My Scorpio, because I also have Mars, Saturn, and Pluto in there, were screaming that it was hiding too much and the light was overworking, overexerting. So the eclipses came in and broke me wide open like an onion. And it felt like death, but it was one of the best things that had ever happened to me. Your private life and your work life, or what you're known for, they don't have to be the same, but they need to be in balance. They need to be in harmony. You can't be hiding too much stuff, and you can't be shining too much shit that ain't yours. It will eventually tumble. If you're having your eclipse access on the 5th and the 11th, the 5th house is known as the stage. It is creation, adventure, pleasure. 11th house is known as the audience. These are people who are like us, like-minded. They are our successes. They're who we've gained after who we know who we are. It's like-minded groups, whether it be spirituality, social media, politics. We break away from the friends that we were given in our neighborhood, and we choose people who have the same kind of heart, mind, what have. I think I mentioned every axis. So just understand that when we're in eclipse season, okay? Right now we are in the nodal eclipse season with the North Node in Pisces and the South Node in Virgo. The houses where you have Pisces and Virgo are going to completely transform from now until 2026, like the end of it, almost 2027. This is the area of focus. Now, this weekend symbolizes the first Virgo one. And remember, the nodes go backwards. So they're not at Virgo 0. She's at like Virgo 27. So they come in with a bang. The eclipses come in loud. Like, hey! But again, there's always a wave. There's a big one that, can be the tower, and then it happens. We integrate, change. It's not going to be insanely chaotic the whole couple of years. It depends a lot upon your personal placements as well. Like the year that I was cracked open by 4th and 10th, almost all of my planets are in my 4th or 10th house. All of them. So it was personal. So yeah, comment below what access are you dealing with this eclipse? Access of self and relationship, access of value and worth, access of education and knowledge. I call the 4th and 10th the power access. It's also called the parental access. 5th and the 11th, the expression access, creative or community access, collective, individual. Finally, the 6th and 12th, I a lot of times like to nicely call it the health access, but it's more prominently known as the control or the sacrifice access. Come on, where's your story?